So, Rick Boyko, I remember Rick when he joined us in Los Angeles. He came from Chicago. I remember Rick was kind of serious. He seemed to be pretty serious. Passionate.
You realize from the word go that he's passionate about ideas.
The passion that he has about what he does was so seductive and compelling.
He never gives up. He sets his mind to doing something and it gets done.
He'd make that passion contagious. He would convince people they could do the impossible.
He pushed me to do better work than I might not normally have done.
Rick changed Ogilvy. When Rick came to Ogilvy, we were doing pretty good work, but Rick made us better. Rick made us different.
He made us a contemporary powerhouse. And I think that would be the way I would summarize his greatest individual contribution.
He just raised the game.
I think he ultimately became kind of a role model for being a perfectionist.
And he is very focused and very committed to excellence. That's what I remember the most.
Rick would always call it the way he saw it. Without much filtering, without a whole lot of diplomacy, he'd lay it on the line.
I can remember many, many times when we were just screaming at each other or whatever. We were both so committed to doing perfection.
If I had to pick one piece of all the great work Rick has done or been associated with, I would say it's Brotherhood.
Oh, Brotherhood. You know, Brotherhood was an amazing project.
We wanted to get it out by November, and this was September. And Rick's vision was big for it. Let's get the best photographers in the world who happen to live in New York City.
One day he said to me, I'm going to do this O&M creative director thing, which he, of course, was stellar at, for 5 more years, and then I'm going to go off and do something where I teach, where I do something in academia. And I thought to myself, yeah, people say things like that, but it doesn't happen.
He went off and did, I think, one of the hardest things he's ever done, which was to take the VCU Ad Center and turn it into something absolutely great.
And frankly, put his life where his mouth is, you know. He said, this is important to me and I'm going to pick up and do it.
It was very much Rick's vision. I think that, you know, we did the best translation we could of that vision as architects. I think he's made a massive impact on sort of the creative culture of the university.
He's had a vision from day one. He's accomplished that vision in spades.
It's going to be impossible to measure the impact that Rick has had on this industry because of the number of talents, the number of young people that he has inspired.
I think that Rick Boyko is one of those few rare people who really made a difference.
He's done more than anyone I can think of to move this industry forward on all fronts. And that's why I think Rick belongs in the company of giants.
Yeah, Rick cared a lot.